What's up, guys?
Somebody touch my spaghetti. Sorry.
We'll get to the other memes that 2018 has to offer, but welcome to Weekly Weird News.
So we've seen all sorts of trends come and go for people with more money than sense over the years. You got raw food diets, homeopathic remedies, not vaccinating your kids, and watching when decades-old preventable diseases come back.
It's fun, right?
Yeah. To us, it seems like when people make enough money and spend most of their life working, they either just get bored and just want to shake things up with a fancy lifestyle change, or they're willing to do anything to be different and better than all of us normies.
Mm-hmm. In regards to raw food diets, there's certainly an argument to be made about most raw foods being fine as long as you go ahead and wash them thoroughly. And we're talking about fruits and vegetables mostly because eating raw meat outside of certain specific examples could fucking kill you.
I don't know. Pretty good.
But then there's raw liquids. Most notable in recent years has been the raw milk craze, where people who prefer it would claim that the pasteurization process, which is the process where milk is heated to destroy possible contaminants, also destroys some vital nutrients in milk. So, you know what? Let's just risk it. Plus, obviously, it sounds way healthier to drink raw milk because, I mean, well, that's just stupid marketing.
Yeah. Sorry, Louis Pasteur. I'm drinking it raw.
Oh, maybe I like it raw.
Well, raw milk sounds like it wouldn't really be worth the risk, for us at least. Because why wouldn't you just avoid animal milk
at all?
Completely in the first place, considering there's now countless alternatives.
I'm an almond milk man. Tastes fine.
I like cashew milk, because cashews are expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so despite all that, there is a new trend that has us completely baffled, not only by its mere existence, but also by the fact that people are dropping tons of money on this product. People that you would assume would be smart enough to avoid it entirely, although...
More money than sense, I guess.
Steve Jobs could have survived his pancreatic cancer, but he decided, fuck chemo, I'm gonna eat a bunch of fruit instead.
Yeah. Okay, so here it is. Raw water is apparently the hot new thing in some affluent circles, including taking a pretty substantial foothold in places like Silicon Valley. Yes, raw water. Now, what is raw water? You're maybe asking yourself. I don't know. Well, the answer is obvious. It's untreated, unfiltered water, straight from the source. I mean, just look at this guy. I wouldn't be able to find my wallet fast enough if this young entrepreneur came knocking on my door trying to sell me some of his raw water.
I need this raw water to wash down my micro doses of LSD in the morning.
You know, it helps me work. It's a micro dose.
Just a little buzz. So according to one of the websites of a company tapping into the raw water craze, they explain it as follows. This is a direct quote. The Earth constantly offers the purest substance on the planet as spring water. We celebrate this ancient life source that humanity flourished from since the beginning of our existence. We trust it's perfect just the way it is. And yes, they spelled existence wrong.
They did. When asked about the product in a recent New York Times article, a manager for a co-op in San Francisco said about this brave new product, it has a vaguely mild sweetness, a nice smooth mouthfeel, and nothing that overwhelms the flavor profile. Bottled water is controversial. We've curtailed our water selection, but this is totally outside that whole realm.
Notes of deer piss.
Elk shit.
Straight from the source.
Bear jizz.
I feel like now is probably the point in this story where we should tell you that tap and bottled water are generally, by far, the safest to consume because they're treated and filtered.
Yeah.
Local tap water, aside from a couple recent horrific examples in places like Flint, Michigan, generally is pretty heavily regulated and usually only becomes compromised as a result of some environmental change.
Earthquake, flooding,
fracking.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Bottled water companies rely on the fact that if they screwed up and got people sick, it would take down entire multi-billion-dollar companies.
Yeah, so these companies, these new companies popping up, are basically selling you on the idea and the promise that the source that they're getting this water from is, and will always be, completely free of any contaminants and just delicious. Now this is
texture
to the point where they don't use any filtration at all.
Nah.
So you're getting the purest water experience.
The full water experience.
And it's just so much better than the water those pesky municipalities spend millions of dollars treating so that it's safe for human consumption. Hell, even if you're out hiking in the wilderness and you need a drink, I mean, you could just go up to a delicious looking stream and gather some water to drink. But, I mean, it should be pretty obvious to almost anyone that boiling the water first is really the only surefire way to make sure that it's healthy for you to drink, or bringing a filtering system with you or whatever, because
They got that straw now.
unbeknownst to you, a diseased bear could have taken a shit or a piss in that just upstream
Just
from where you
yards
gathered.
away.
You have no idea. My bear had diarrhea, the one that shit in my water.
Even fucking rainwater, like, oh, it's from the sky. No, the sky is full of
pollutants.
It's full of pollutants.
I get
not clean.
I get all my water from the LA County sky. It's got a very sour taste to it. Delicious. Melts your insides.
So yeah, making sure that drinking water is healthy enough for mass human consumption is an expensive and pretty technical process. But raw water cuts out the middleman, cuts out all that regulation. You get flavor.
Yeah.
And you can trust the source, the person who bottled it, and anyone else that's come into contact with. You just have to. That's raw, baby.
That's the deal.
Raw, baby. It's got the
I like the risk.
the risk, the adventure.
Yeah.
It tastes like all the people whose hands came into contact with it.
Especially that guy who's trying to sell it.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
You could literally die from contaminants in the water that you drink. So pardon us for assuming this is a terrible, terrible idea, and that all the people who are buying this stuff are wasting their money on something that could make them extremely sick with cholera, hepatitis A, E. coli, or Giardia.
Yeah.
But hey, you do you.
By the
You're
way,
the ones making the big bucks.
Yeah, the cost for this raw water is, as you could probably already expect, very expensive. Not cheap. This stuff is selling for as much as $25 a gallon. And based on the fact that the recommended consumption for water each day for an average human is at least a half gallon, you could assume that people drinking this stuff either take their head out of their ass and frequently drink normal water, or they're shelling out over $350 a month at least on this raw water craze. Now, guys, there's only one thing that we can recommend here. If you want to buy a new way to drink water, we recommend the ETC Show water, which is completely boneless.
Yeah.
This is boneless
No
water.
bones.
You know when you go to a restaurant and they put all those bones in your water? They hit your teeth.
You're picking the water out of the...
Very, very cold.
Yeah.
If you've had any dental work done, it's ow,
First time you drink it, you might be like, oh God, I ate the bones.
Yeah,
but
you could
there was
swallow them
never
whole.
any bones
It's
in
crazy. So we have ETC brand boneless water, and we are just waiting for any Silicon Valley investor to come through and give this a shot because, I mean,
it. No bones.
it saves up so much space
No
for more
bones
water.
about it.
There's more water in there because there's less bones.
That's right. We take out the bones and pass the water savings
Onto you.
It's only $15.
There you go. That's way cheaper than raw water.
I love picturing one of these fucking idiots. Just like, oh God, my piss is like coming out brown and clumpy.
Yeah.
Probably should drink more of that raw water to cleanse the whole system.
Flush it all out.
Oh God. Oh jeez, I'm getting real dehydrated.
It's a good
Drinking
cleanse.
more
I
of that
mean,
raw
you
water.
shit everything out.
Yeah, well, I mean, you shit it out except for the hepatitis and the E. coli and the Giardia. And,
Yeah, well, yeah. But yeah, hey,
you're gonna lose weight.
yeah,
You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
you're gonna lose weight, all the way to the point where you are just bones
Bones.
in the ground.
Yeah, you're not gonna be boneless.
No, there's where the bones come in. We passed the bones on to you.
But hey, at least those Silicon Valley tech bro free fingers aren't drinking gasoline, because that would obviously be worse, I think.
I think, yeah.
And accidentally drinking gasoline is now a very real worry for the people of Oregon, who as of January 1st are now allowed to pump their own gas. That's right, guys, up until this past Monday, it was illegal for Oregon residents to put gasoline in their own car. Now that things have changed, many up in the Beaver State have some serious worries about the safety of untrained amateurs handling such a volatile substance.
I don't know how the rest of the states in the country do it, except for New Jersey.
I mean, I pumped gas in my fighter plane back in the war, but I was a trained pilot.
Yeah.
Airman.
I sure hope these pumps have some kind of safety features on them.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, to be very clear, every state in the U.S. except for Oregon and New Jersey have allowed self-service at gas stations for a very long time. And even in the case of Oregon, it's not the whole state, just counties of under 40,000 residents. So city slickers in Portland, rest easy for now. This might, although, be a slippery slope towards statewide self-service.
No!
And CBS 10 News in Medford asked its Facebook followers how they felt about such a dark and uncertain future where you have to pump your own gas.
God! I thought this was America.
What did they think, Elliot?
They didn't feel too good about it, turns out. Here's a sampling. I've lived in this state all my life, and I refuse to pump my own gas. I had to do it once in California while visiting my brother, and almost died doing it. This is a service only qualified people should perform. I will literally park at the pump and wait until someone pumps my gas. I can't even.
I would assume if you did that in any other state, no one would ever come and you would just sit there forever.
I guess I live at this gas station now. This is my house.
I would want to kill myself. I can't be trusted. Don't you understand? I can't be trusted.
I can't be trusted. It's gonna go.
Another comment said, I don't even know how to pump gas, and I'm 62, native Oregonian. I say no thanks. I don't want to smell like gasoline.
Ooh, it's all over me.
Ugh.
Here's another one. No!
1 star. Do noi bye.
No! Disabled, seniors, people with young children in the car need help. Not to mention getting out of your car with transients around and not feeling safe too. This is a very bad idea. Grr.
He's an angry beaver.
Grr! Get these transients away.
Next comment. Not a good idea. There's lots of reason to have an attendant helping. One is they need a job too. Many people are not capable of knowing how to pump gas and the hazards of not doing it correctly. Besides, I don't want to go to work smelling like gas when I get it on my hands or clothes. I agree. Very bad idea.
Do they think the gas just
goes everywhere?
All
so
right,
what you do is,
oh god,
you get out your pump and a giant pump vial thing, and you crank it out into another bucket, and then you get your funnel out, and you siphon it,
your own gas.
or you pick up the giant bucket and just tip it over into the car. It's a
very small hole. They're asking me to put the
complicated
gas in my car.
complicated process.
Apparently,
Also, think about the raw water and what we're about to talk about next. Gasoline smells delicious.
Yeah.
What if I'm standing there?
sweet sense of
What if
gasoline.
I'm standing there and I'm like, hey, I wonder how this tastes.
Gasoline lets you know when it's nearby.
Yeah.
The
Delicious.
government mandates it.
Get rid of it.
It's like the whole thing with the smell. Apparently, it's like, yeah, if you're pumping gas all day, you're gonna smell. So they smell. They're like the gas station attendants. They all smell like gasoline. I don't want to smell like that.
My brother's a gas station attendant. He stinks.
But anyway, yeah. So as soon as the original Facebook post itself became overrun with transients from out of state ruthlessly mocking the idea that pumping gas is somehow dangerous or difficult.
They even have a little thing. You just pop the thing down and walk away.
Yeah.
You just put it in, pop the thing down.
But yeah, it's great. Lots of references to that scene in Zoolander with the playful gasoline fight. So yeah.
Who has the wherewithal to just not point that fun super soaker
Too tempting.
somewhere else?
It's shaped like a water gun.
Woo! Yeah.
How far does this thing go?
It's like the thing at the fair where you shoot the ducks,
yeah.
win a prize.
Yeah, I don't know how many people in Oregon feel this way, but at least those 4 examples did.
Yeah.
And people found out, and they came at him ruthlessly.
Yeah.
But hey, fear not, Oregonians. It's just optional now up
Yeah.
there in the Beaver State. Your state name, which is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
The Beaver State.
Hey, look.
You know,
What should we call this city? I don't know. We got a lot of ports.
it's ironic
Portland.
that it's Beaver State because people from Washington go down into Oregon because they got full body nude bars. Not
Oh.
just topless.
Oh, good.
Only topless up in Washington, but down in the Beaver State, they show the whole thing.
Sure.
But anyway, yeah, it's fine. Plenty of rural gas stations are promising that they will continue to pump your gas for you during normal business hours. If you need protection from the homeless or wolves, and you don't want to smell like gas for the rest of your life. However, if you do somehow if you end up needing to fill up in the middle of the night, good luck. You're on your own.
Always make sure to light a fire next to where you're pumping gas so that you can see it in the dark.
They should build shelters at these stations for people that do end up needing gas in the middle of the night. They're like,
I'll just stay here till
Park-
they open in the morning.
park here in the safety tent.
Yeah. But anyways, moving on. Since we were on break for a little while, we did miss a few weird things here and there. And one that really stuck out was the downright random and absolutely crazy meme regarding the eating of Tide Pods.
Somebody touching my Tide Pod.
During the holiday break, we tend to take some time away from social media and only dip in on occasion. So it was definitely a bit strange to open up Twitter at some point to see people posting about this latest food craze, which is detergent pods. People were cooking them up, sending their pod recipes over to Gordon Ramsay for approval, and just generally seeming to have a great time convincing people that Tide Pods were not only edible, but they were like delicious giant gushers.
So as far as we can tell, the meme originally came from a 2017 news article that referenced the fact that more adults than children have died eating laundry detergent pods since they were invented a few years back, which is weird, sad, and terrible.
Mostly people with dementia, old people. So
yeah, keep those
sad
pods
article.
away from grandma. But then shortly after, an NBC Health article about this study made the rounds. The satirical site The Onion released an article titled "Tide Debuts New Sour Apple Detergent Pods." Haha, funny.
They do have
delicious.
they're not flavors, they're scents, but
Yeah.
it is plausible that they would have an apple scent.
If they didn't want me to eat it, why'd they make it smell so delicious?
Same thing with gas. I don't know how I keep it away from me.
Sweet.
God, I'm always hanging around gas stations,
Tangy.
just smelling the air, feeling something. I don't know. It makes my head spin.
Yeah.
Anyways, then, just after Christmas, a Twitter user just straight up contacted Gushers Fruit Snacks, convinced Gushers to open up their DMs, and then provided them with the best new idea that their brand has seen in years. They said this: okay, so what if, hear me out, there was a fruit snack that looked like a laundry pod? Not any specifically branded one because, you know, legality. But what if it looked like a laundry pod? We all want to eat them so bad. Thanks for your time. I hope it takes off. Now, we're not entirely sure who they meant by we all want to eat them so bad, but apparently this is a big enough deal that people are actually getting tilted by it. They want to eat those damn pods so bad. Gushers, they never responded to the DM, by the way, and I can be certain that their DMs are now closed to the public
forever.
again.
The door is shut. Regardless, the trend of people eating, or more likely claiming to eat Tide Pods to peer pressure others into dying, is at this point a shockingly welcome and hilariously absurd trend, considering just how depressing the rest of this year, which is just a few days old, has already been. So let the kids enjoy their Tide Pod memes. Just don't, actually eat them, because they will make you sick.
Yeah.
Or kill you. Actually, though, what you might want to do is sell those Tide Pods to those raw water aficionados. Sell them as enhanced Gushers or some bullshit instead. If anything, you mix it in that raw water, it'll kill whatever bacteria is in there.
Along with everything else.
Yeah, it'll kill you and all the bacteria in your water.
Yeah. I just want to cleanse my cells. Gotta cleanse my cells for a while.
Yeah. My cells need a good scrub.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get into the weirdest news headlines from the recent weeks. Starting with Malachi Love Robinson, Florida teen who posed as doctor, pleads guilty, heads to prison. They got Skrelly and they got Malachi.
Well,
we are running out of characters for this show.
Think about Love Robinson. He was already in prison for the Virginia thing where
he had a lot going on.
He illegally he applied for a auto loan under false pretenses, and
he was a busy boy.
He was already serving a 1-year prison sentence for that, for fraud, and now he's serving the sentence for when he set up his fake doctor's office and then had an old lady patient and then stole her checkbook and started writing himself checks.
He's a bad boy. Busy bad boy.
He had a hell of a time. I can't wait for the movie about him. Caught Me Because They Could comes out.
Sequel to Catch Me If You Can. Caught Me Because They Could.
Because, I mean,
it's at the very least
the whole plan was doomed from the start.
Give it to the people that made I, Tonya.
Yeah.
There you go.
This guy, he had moxie, a lot of moxie.
A lot of gumption.
Moxie and gumption, through the roof. And he wasn't going to let the law or basic logic get in the way of his dream.
Or a degree.
Yeah. And
empathy.
Yeah.
Basic human emotion.
He spent the next 3.5 years in, pretty sure, state prison in Florida.
Yeah. But hey, while he's there, he could study some medical books.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever be granted an opportunity to be a doctor at this point.
Oh, is that how it works?
I don't think. Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
I'm sure he's just waiting for his true calling, and he'll find it there in his prison. Mm-hmm. Godspeed, Malachi.
Yeah. Moving on, though.
Chelsea Clinton wishes Happy New Year to the Church of Satan in bizarre Twitter thread.
It's all part of the deep state.
It was a very bizarre thread. It started with Chrissy Teigen very legitimately being upset that some Pizzagator was calling her and her husband John Legend pedophiles who ran a child pedo ring, and then Chelsea Clinton chimed in. She's like, "Don't worry, girl. People come after my kids too. It sucks, but you got support." And then some other account that was it was called Rogue Hooters employees jumped in and started talking shit to both of them. And then Chelsea Clinton's like, "Oh man, I started the year off talking to the Church of Satan, and I'm ending the year talking to because Real Hooters came in and was like, we reassure you this isn't the Real Hooters." So she's like, "I started the year talking to Church of Satan on Twitter, and ended the year talking to Hooters on Twitter, and then the Church of Satan jumped back in. They're like, 'Hey, how you doing, by the way? Happy New Year.'" And she's like, "Happy New Year to you guys too."
And everyone clapped.
And I clapped.
All right. Well, what a tale. Residents of Bell End called for change to their embarrassing street name.
Britain is land of embarrassing names.
They're talking about the head of a penis, by the way.
Oh,
is.
like
That's the
because it
slang.
looks like a bell. Yeah.
Yeah, little
You're
bell
right.
hanging there.
Assuming you're
Ding dong.
Assuming you're cut.
Yeah, ding dong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Otherwise, it just looks like an elephant trunk or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like Britain, it's just full of these things, just like things with ridiculous names that they're just like no.
Well,
we
they
gotta
invented
keep-
most of them,
Yeah.
and then everyone else appropriated them into slang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with the Cockneys around, it's like anything
Cockneys.
anything can mean something weird.
Yeah.
As long as you rhyme it and then change things around and then rhyme it again and multiple times and then you're just saying random words, but they all know what it means because they get the whole rhythm of it.
And you're just standing there confused,
Yeah.
like an NPC with question marks
Yeah,
coming out of your
totally.
head. I totally get this.
Woman's Crohn's disease ends up being Heinz Ketchup packet caught in her intestines.
Would she swallow it?
I guess. I mean,
I don't really know how else it'd get in there.
it would have to be a relief. Crohn's is awful.
Yeah.
So, turns out I'm just a fucking idiot. I swallowed a ketchup packet whole, and it was lodged in my intestines, causing extreme abdominal pain.
It's
Pull
like
that
when
out.
real human being Homer Simpson had a crayon lodged in his brain,
Yeah.
and he became a genius. She probably became the best at shitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Don't eat ketchup packets. Just eat the ketchup inside. Mm-hmm. You'd be better off.
Gaming disorder officially recognized as mental health issue.
Yeah, I
Kind of get it. If you're an extreme addict to gaming.
Yeah, when people in
It's like gambling.
South Korea are letting their kids like starve to death because they can't put
Yeah.
StarCraft down for like 10 minutes.
It's like
yeah,
porn
I'd say that's a
addiction.
real issue.
So, I mean, this one kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
There you go.
good.
Well, now you got something to fall back on.
But
It was gaming's fault.
But it's good for my hand-eye coordination.
Yeah,
That was our classic excuse back in the day.
exactly. And you don't know this, Mom, but someday you can get rich and famous playing video games.
Yeah.
So, back off, jerk.
You can win the Blockbuster Video Championship 92, 93, and then go on and lead a perfectly normal, happy life with no problems ever again.
Nope.
None.
Perfectly fine.
Utah teacher fired after students see nudity in art.
Yeah, not a lot to say here other than if you've ever visited Utah,
Or a museum.
you would understand why this would be unacceptable to show to students. Because
They
of,
called the frickin'
titties.
cops on this teacher. Teacher
There's
has
a
like
titty in it.
the teacher had just found like it was a bunch of like postcards from museums in the school library and like passed them around in class like this is art, look at it. And one of the parents found out, called the police, and was like, you need to investigate this teacher. He is handing out pornography to his
Yeah.
students, and it became a police investigation.
And then wait till they find out that the word vagina is in the dictionary. It's gonna be nuts.
They're gonna tear that page out.
Yeah, get rid of it. And then these kids are never gonna find the clit.
I mean, they don't need to find the clip to pop out 10, 20 kids. It's
True.
Before they're
All they
30.
need is a lack of caffeine
Yeah.
and a love for the Lord.
Yep.
Man's obituary blames Cleveland Browns' winless season for contributing to his death.
The sad thing is, the obituary was published before the last game, and the obituary is like, I'm sure he would have been glad to see them finally pull out a win this season with his spirit in heaven watching over their eventual win this season.
He had the last
lost
laugh.
again.
He had the last laugh.
Yeah.
A man who, you know what, bless his heart, went out with a laugh. Good for him. Made
Yeah.
the whole Browns team probably feel bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. Yeah, I like this. Good.
And finally, Thai penis whitening fad drives social media nuts.
It's a fun headline, but that's really happening.
Yeah, over in Southeast Asia, they really don't like being the color that any of them were born at. And it's fucking sad.
Yeah, when I went there was advertisements everywhere for.
Yeah, no, it's like a. Like, oh, look at him, he's brown. What an idiot. Being
Yeah.
born the same color we all are because we're from Southeast Asia. I don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
It's, but yeah, now it's like,
Now they got
the
gotta
face
figure-
isn't enough. When she sees that brown, shit-colored dick,
Dye that penis
dye
white.
it white. I don't ever want to see your brown, natural toned penis again.
All I want to see is a white splotch taking over
Yeah.
your nether region.
Oh, God. Blinding. I love it.
Anyways, that's it for Weekly Weird News this week. Hey, if you're going to be in or around San Antonio, Texas next Saturday,
Yeehaw!
we're going to PAX South. We're going to be there Saturday at Howl at the Moon. And we're going to be starting our ETC live show around 11:30 or noon.
With some breakfast tacos.
Yeah, and then we're also going to be doing a live show for ETC Party Time. We're playing Jackbox Party Pack and inviting you to participate around 1 or 2. We'll be there basically from noon to 3 or something like that. Howl at the Moon, right on the Riverwalk in San Antonio, Texas. If you're going to be at PAX South, come say hi. It's on Saturday, I believe the 13th. Check your local calendar. Who knows what calendar they go by in Texas? I'm not sure.
Don't know.
Anyways, check out our other videos from this week. Pot, is it still legal? Who the fuck knows? And also,
Logan Paul's.
no.
Bad.
Let's put the tech one up here.
Oh yeah.
Swatting.
Tech.
Swatting.
Oh yeah, swatting.
Someone got
Everything's
killed.
terrible.
All right, bye.